Welcome to another REALTOR for January 2022 and beyond. What am I seeing coming in the real estate market for Las Vegas, Nevada? I'll let you know on the other side. Hey everybody, as you may know, I'm Hau, Rockstar Realtor. I am the Realtor, you are the Rockstar, the home is the stage, and I work for Elite Realty. If you need a Realtor, well now you know Hau, you know Hau, and you're gonna know a lot, especially after this REALTOR about what's happening in the future.
In the future,
January 2022 and beyond. Yes, we're already there. It's already almost the new year. I hope everybody's enjoying their holidays this time of year. We've had some really great weather in Vegas, so it's been pretty enjoyable.
Getting a little cold, but still.
During the day, absolutely fantastic. I always say this, if there's no wind in Vegas, it really is never too cold.
Gets a little chilly, but
anyway, I'm gonna get right to a couple of things that I think are gonna happen in January. And I'm gonna review a little bit of what's happened in 2021. So a quick review, I was mostly right, I would say by a large margin on my REALTOR. What I hadn't seen coming was basically that we would go right through the usually slow time of the year. The inertia of the market continuing to be as strong as it has been. We went up another notch in median home price to $420,000. That's high.
That's high.
Well, it's certainly higher than I thought. And I think we may see another nudge up from that. I thought we would basically stay stagnant a couple of months ago, and I was wrong by a little margin. And then suddenly we had another jump and another jump. So the last 3 months we've gone up, and I really thought we were gonna stay stagnant based on what I was seeing. And so far that we're just gonna go marching right on through this time of year. Usually a time of year that we slow down a little bit. But what has happened that is traditional is that there have been less listings on the market. We're back to this inventory shortage, and it's because most of the time sellers don't want to sell around this time of year. They are gonna wait till springtime. And what sellers are seeing is that the market is continuing to be strong, so there's not a lot of reason to think that there won't be some value gains as we go into next year and into springtime.
But caution is ahead.
I can say that I know some things are gonna happen. We are going to see interest rates rise in 2022. The Fed has announced there's going to be at least three raises of the interest rate. They're gonna increase the interest rate 3 different times. That affects mortgage rates. I can tell you for sure, if the interest rate gets higher, we will start seeing less buyer activity.
But that said,
I think because people know that's coming, a lot of buyers are gonna gear up to buy and are gearing up and have been through this time of year and into January and February. I think they're gonna try to get in before that interest rate goes up. As word gets out that,
hey, you better get in while you can.
Prices are going up, interest rates are going up, you wanna get in, you better do it now. I actually would subscribe to that thought. I do think buyers should get in as soon as possible. As I've been saying, this time of year can still be a great time, even though it has been pretty robust. There are natural breaks, if you will, that happen around those holiday times. This week that you're seeing this, of course, we got the Christmas holiday, and then we have New Year's. So
New Year, I should say. New Year.
Anyway, we have those things coming, and buyers will sometimes take their eye off the ball for a little bit. So if you're a buyer and you take this time to do that and stay focused on what you're doing, on your goal, getting a home, you will probably benefit. You know, we don't have the same historic craziness that was going on during the summer, but we have a very strong market, and it's moving into next year. The interest rate changes are going to be the wild card. I think that right there could start spelling some changes in our real estate market. So look for that to happen as the year unfolds. I have been seeing still quite an increase in investor activity in the market. Investors are coming in, especially large investors that hold large portfolios like the hedge funds. They're putting their money in housing because with the inflation And there's no doubt we got nearly 7% inflation. It's the highest in 40 some years. It's the highest basically in all my life. We're in a historic moment here of inflation, and many of the people with buku bucks are putting their money in real estate. And I think actually the people just on Main Street, on somebody looking to purchase a house or upgrade into a bigger house, that's a wise idea for you to do as well. Because even though you're thinking,
Well, geez, these prices keep going up and up.
you're locking in, especially if you have an affordable monthly mortgage, at this price now, and you're locking in to hedge against inflation. So I think that's a pretty smart move. If the big people are doing it, big money is doing it, well, you can do it too, and I think you'll be pretty happy you did. Of course, as long as it meets your needs. You take a look at what's important to you right now, what's going to be long-term important to you, and usually if it means I'm buying my primary residence, now's going to be a good time. What I've also seen is investors that are doing Airbnb, short-term rental, are looking to buy in Clark County. Right now, it's not even legal technically to have short-term rentals in Clark County, but in Henderson, they have a program, and they're going to start one in Clark County, unincorporated Clark County. And so some investors are buying ahead of that to get in on what could be another sort of boom for Airbnb and short-term rentals. There is some big money in that, and depending on what kind of property you get and what you're doing with that property and how often it gets rented out, there's some big possibilities. There's a certain style of property that's been very popular, and when it comes on the market, it's going bye-bye really fast right now because of those types of investors. Keep an eye on that, because that program is coming around in July. But you never know when it comes to the state and any kind of government agency, if there are going to be changes, some delays or whatnot. But that is definitely has been passed, and they do want to have that program in place so that they can sort of get a wrangle on things that are happening anyway. So basically they'll permit you to do it. You'll get permits. There'll be a certain amount of distance that the properties have to be apart from each other, just like in Henderson, they have that program there as well. So that has been a little bit of an infusion of activity in the market. I think that's important to know. So as we roll into next year, I think I'm just going to recap that my predictions have been pretty spot on, with the exception of the market has continued to move up a little bit more than I thought. But as we go into next year, we're moving in with more inertia. We flew through a time that I thought we would take a little break, and we're not going to. And it's going to continue to stay strong through January. I think that you'll see, we may even see an uptick, I think we will, in the median home price for December. So we'll see what the numbers are for that in January. And I think for sure we're going to see some high activity as we go into January and February. Again, because buyers are understanding that the good days of the interest rate, the amazing interest rates that we've been seeing, we may be at an end finally for those. I know that this has been warned of for a long time, that this might be coming, but I think it's coming. I think it is happening. I think we will have interest rate changes. And by the end of the year, next year, this could be very significant on the marketplace. Sorry, something in my face here. This could be significant changes that, along with other things as they change. If we have, for example, an onslaught of sellers that come along in the spring and not enough buyers, I don't expect that. But I do see people kind of delaying right now, so it makes me wonder if we're going to see kind of a inventory dump, if you will, coming in the spring or ahead of spring. So I'll keep you notified on that. I'll let you know what I'm seeing there. If you're a seller, well, your stage is ready. It's time to sell anytime. You want top dollar? You can get it now. You want top dollar in a month? You can get it then. You're looking at a strong market continuing to be there for you as a seller. If you're reading in between the lines, I am saying that there is less inventory right now. So when there's less inventory, you have an opportunity, seller. Get out there and sell that property as soon as possible. And as a buyer, we're not at those historic levels. There are still there's still quite a bit of activity on some things, but your opportunity is still there when it comes to interest rate, and maybe even getting some seller paid closing costs I have been able to get those recently. So not quite the extreme type of market that we had before. I think it's better for you as a buyer. So get in there, mix it up, make it happen. Buy the home that you want to set your future in and set sailing for that. I think you'll be very happy you did. And I do appreciate everybody watching this. Of course, I'll have more to come each week, and every week I'll be delivering more videos on what I see happening. And don't forget, you now know Hau. Rob Hau, that's right. Rockstar Realtor, I'm the realtor, you are the rock star, and the home is the stage. When you're ready, my number is 702-461-7175. My email is rob@robhaurockstarrealtor.com. You can also tie a note to a rock and throw it through my window. Just make sure you get a hold of me when you're ready, and I'll be right there ready with you. All right, everybody, have a great day. See you on the next one.